I ain't know I could beatbox. Happy Tuesday. It's your cousin. It's your favorite cousin. It's your cousin. It's your favorite cousin. Here we are. We've made it another day. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Heathy. Woo! Good morning. How are you feeling this morning? We made it another day. We made it another day. I'm happy to be here. We made it another day. Thank God we made it another day. Hey, that's our new song today, right? Because I am happy that I made it and I'm here. And sometimes I feel like sometimes I may take that for granted, and I just want y'all to know how happy I am to be here, and God allowed me another day to bring y'all the 11-11 growth plan or growth hour, and just be able to show up and show you myself and my pretty face, and you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna share the live out real quick. If you aren't following me over on YouTube, make sure you do so, over there in those streets, and all that good stuff. And make sure that you it's Mecca Joy on YouTube, Mecca Joy on TikTok, Mecca Joy everywhere except for Instagram. So make sure you follow me over there. But it's your favorite cousin, and today we are diving into chapter 5 of Traffic, Sales, and Profit by Lamar Tyler, and we're discussing one of the biggest untapped business strategies: customer retention. So chapter 5 is all about seductive selling. And if you're focused on always finding new clients, you may be missing on the easiest way to grow. So we want to touch on that today. And where did I lost my place here? Because we trying to stay on schedule today, y'all. We got stuff to do. I'm accomplishing goals. All right, we're on day 5 or chapter 5, and I've been following this plan, and I tell you that I have been. This is day 12 of me following and having some type of organization with this live. So I'm excited about that. But like I was saying, if you're focused on always finding new clients, you may be missing out on the easiest way to grow and keeping the ones you already have. And I can be the first to say that I have neglected my current clients, and we are no longer doing that this year. So if you've ever worked with me or ever even been interested in work with me and put your email in my email box, believe me, you get an email this year with some type of coupon and apology letting you know that I'm sorry, but we back. All right, and hopefully that I can regain their trust. And some I do have some repeat customers, so I'll make sure that they're taken care of. But for the most part, we need to make sure that we are nurturing our customers. So make sure you drop I don't know what that is in the chat if you're ready to learn how to turn buyers into lifelong. So just drop a money bag in the chat if you're ready to turn your current clients into lifelong buyers or lifelong customers. So, all right, today's focus is our daily affirmation. We got our book club breakdown with Traffic, Sales, and Profit, chapter 5. Good morning, Liz. Who's that? It's Sasha. Hey, it's Sasha. What's up? What's up? Then we have our 3 strategies to increase customer retention and boost repeat sales. We have the live quick Q&A and business hot seat. So if you have an issue that you are having in your business and you just need some advice, let me know, because we'll bring you on. And then we have our action plan for today, because at the end of the day, it's all about execution. So if we aren't executing and doing what we need to do, what are we doing? All right, so today's affirmation is: I create incredible experiences that keep my customers coming back. My business thrives because I nurture, serve, and provide massive value. Ooh, listen to that. I don't know if you felt that inside, but I felt it. I create incredible experiences that keep my customers coming back. My business thrives because I nurture, serve, and provide massive value. What? Type loyalty in the chat if you are claiming that today. Let's read it one more time. Drop loyalty in the type loyalty in the chat if you're claiming this today. I create incredible experiences that keep my customers coming back. Hey, what's up? My business thrives because I nurture, serve, and provide massive value. OMG, I feel that. So the mindset shift for today is getting new customers is great, but keeping them is what builds long-term wealth. All right, we focused on keeping them. Who's that? Hey, good morning. Your existing customers are 5 times more likely to buy from you again than a new lead. So just think about that. Like, how many people are not nurturing their main clients, the current clients, and I'm guilty of that. Oh, so today is definitely, I can't wait to see what the action plan is going to be for today, because at the end of the day, we're going to execute and we're going to tap into our clients that we've already been working with. And then just think, like, even if you aren't fully in business, right? And you might think that you don't have clients that you could double back on, but I guarantee you there's somebody that you work with, there's somebody that you might have given advice to, that might have tasted a piece of your cake, Evie. You know what I'm saying? And you could be like, hey, I got these sales coming up, just let you know. Or, hey, I just introduced this new 7-Up cake with some injection inside. I don't know, but you never know how you can tap into your current clients that you've worked with or haven't worked with. So make sure you tap the screen, make sure you share out the live, make sure you show some love, so that I know that I'm giving and dropping some gems. All right, so now we're going to get into the book club, and this is chapter 5, Seductive Selling. It says, turn the lights down. Turn the lights down low and turn the music up. Seductive selling makes selling fun because you're giving people what they want. This method of selling employs all the strategies we've covered so far. Stacking one process, strategy, and tactic on top of another. This is the exciting part. This is where you learn how to use all of these tools to drive revenue into your business. It's time to learn how to sell. What? Thank you for liking the live, Evie. It's just us today. I take it. It's just us. It's just me and you. Oh, baby. All right. The goal of seductive selling is to attract pre-qualified leads who already want what you're offering. Connect with them on an emotional level and give them every reason to believe your product or service is the answer they've been looking for to solve a problem or achieve a goal. Good morning, Shawty. To help you master seductive selling, I'll share 6 tips that will make selling easier. And finally, I'll walk you through how you can write a sales page that will convert more leads into sales. What? That's what I'm talking about. 6 steps to getting the sale. Are y'all ready? I hope y'all got y'all pencils and y'all pens, because we about to learn how to sell today. All right. You've attracted mass traffic. You've profiled your perfect customer, captured your contact information for your leads, and added them to your email list. You've nurtured and educated them with your autoresponder email series. Now, when you go for the sale, you're going to use these 6 steps to make sure you convert. It doesn't matter whether you're using a sales page or a free consultation call to speak to your customers. These steps work if you're selling through a sales page or sales conversion. So step one, create urgency and scarcity. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Create urgency and scarcity. Give your prospects a reason, like a limited time bonus, to feel like they need to buy right now. Imagine your customer is sitting on a fence, right? On one side, they have all of their pain points and problems. On the other side, they have your product and service and the transformation you can offer them. It's your job to push them off the fence. You need to run full speed and push, arms fully extended, to get them to the solution. Dog, we got to push people off the edge to come. What? It said you have to push people. Your customer may not know it, but while they're on the fence, their pain points aren't just on one side. Those problems are still with the customer. If they can just get off the fence, you have the solution. So just like for you, Shorty, them people wanting to travel, right? You got some people who are scared to even book a flight. I told you, I experienced anxiety booking my first flight to New Orleans, right? So you might talk to them and be like, listen, let me help with that anxiety. Let me get you to that spot where you want to be on that beach. Let me help you enjoy life, right? That might be your selling point, because you touching on the pain point. You fear booking a flight. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to put. Should you click the one for the bag? Should you not click it? Should you buy the insurance? Like, I'm like, what the hell do I do? You know what I mean? So your customer might not know it, but while they're on the fence, their pain points aren't just one side. So that's why it's important for us to touch on those pain points when we're marketing our products, because sometimes they don't know those pain points, right? Since your product or service is a solution to their pain, so you got to tell them, like, hands out, pushing them into buying your product, right? Urgency and scarcity go hand in hand. When something is scarce, like the number of seats in a workshop, people feel a sense of urgency. So it might be the date that you might be like, hey, this might cause the urgency by certain date. You know, you might be telling a little, you know, hey, Michelle, you might be telling a little, but creating that urgency and the scarcity is what's going to help push them into purchasing, right? So when something is scarce, like the number of seats in a workshop, people feel urgency. When you offer a bonus that expires in 48 hours, people feel moved to buy before they miss out. So you might be like, look, better hurry up and get this. These are the kinds of things you'll implement to get the person off the fence. The better you know your customers, the easier it is to decide that will create a sense of urgency for them. So this is a prime example of Beyonce knowing her customers, right? She know her customers really is not all rich, right? She knows that some of her clients or her customers are poor. So she drops her shit around tax time because she knows they're more likely to spend. Hey, Peachtree, and what happened? People got mad. Like, what? She's marketing to us because we got her taxes. But at the end of the day, she knew that that's when people was gonna be able to spend their money. So guess what? She knew her customers, and it was easier for her to decide to create this sense of urgency. So she said, boom, I'm doing a tour every tax time, and I'm charging $1,000 for seats. Like, what? I feel like she don't care about her customer. She don't care about her audience, to be honest. If she knows that her audience doesn't have that truly disposable income. But this is what I think we have to realize too, right? These companies and the government is paying attention to how we spending our money, right? So if we out here spending what was it? I think it was 100 and something million that was spent during Black Friday, but then we're out here saying, oh, we can't buy eggs, and oh, we can't buy this, but we just bought a whole bunch of bullshit on Black Friday. What? They watching that shit, and we out here just spending money, and then we crying about it like, oh, I can't afford shit, but we buying bullshit, and they see it. You know what I mean? So I think that as a customer, we have to be smart and understand that these people are watching our habits, you know what I'm saying, or paying attention to it. They're playing on our pain, you know what I mean? Even though as a business that, so you got to be careful on what you doing sometimes. Step 2, use customers' language. When you want to sell to someone, so this is, I think that's why it's important to learn this stuff, right? Because we also, as business owners, we need to know how to sell to people, but as consumers, we need to pay attention to how we're being sold to as well. Because I'll be honest, I don't like when people over do the black thing, right? So if I've never seen a commercial with black people, and then all of a sudden you start doing commercials with black people, I feel pandered, right? And I don't know if I really want to purchase your products, because now it's like you're only doing that because that's a good thing to do now, because now that you recognize we spend money with your company, now you want to advertise with me. And I mean, I feel like that about other companies too. So anyway, all right, I'm getting back. Sorry. When you want to sell to someone, you can get their attention by using the same words they use to describe their problem or the solution they desire. So just like I said, Shorty, like, I get anxiety when I book a flight, right? Or I used to get anxiety when I book a flight. So you could use that. Do you get anxiety from booking a flight? I guarantee you it's going to be some people in your comments that are going to be like, hell yeah, that's why I ain't never traveled, right? Those will be your customers, because those are the people who are like, I will spend that extra dollar to have someone plan my trip so that I don't have that feeling of anxiety and all of that stuff. So I just say, when your ideal customers read their own words on your sales page or hear them coming out of your mouth, they feel like you've read their minds. Okay? They feel like someone finally gets them and understands what they want and need. Like for me, I feel like when I'm working with customers, I get that sometimes some people want to be able to do it themselves. And then there's some people that's like, hey, Anthony. Then there's some people that's like, I need help. I just need you to walk me through it. Right? So I remember a few years ago, my sister said, basically told me that she can't learn from me because I was too impatient with her. Oh, thank you, Anthony. And I felt like, damn, if I can go out here and teach other people who don't know me, but I can't teach my sister, like, I had to change that. So I definitely have changed that. And I realized that in learning about that, it also, I feel like it's made me a better teacher and a better listener, to ensure that when I'm helping a person, whether it's me doing it for them or me teaching them how to do it themselves, that I'm paying attention to how they learn. Some people learn by doing, some people learn by watching, and sometimes it's just a matter of a combination of both to get them over the hump, right? So I get that. Some of these organizations even offer where we go. All right. When we started our work with marriage and family, my wife and I connected with several healthy marriage initiatives in different parts of the country. These programs and events were run by organizations and nonprofits that receive government funding to encourage healthier marriages. Often they struggled to get people into their classes, even though they had dynamic instructors who provided engaging and useful content. I never knew these things existed. Maybe I'd still be married. Some of these organizations even offered to cover the cost of gas for people who had to drive to their events. What? They provided a childcare stipend to couples who had children. If the event took place in a hotel, they would give married participants a hotel room for an overnight stay, and they still couldn't book people. They were great programs, and the organizers couldn't have done more to make it easy for people to attend. But more often than not, they just couldn't get butts in seats with all of that. Yeah, because I think marriage is different, especially when two people, you on the outs. We consulted with several of these organizations, and when we looked at their marketing, we saw a glaring problem. The first thing that stood out to us was the fact that they were using their own internal language, most of which centered around healthy marriages. Ronnie and I explained to them that we never heard anyone say, I want a healthy marriage. We've never heard a couple say, well, it looks like this thing is headed for divorce because our marriage just isn't healthy. But we have heard couples say, I'm tired of fussing and fighting all the time. I'm tired of not being able to trust you because you cheated on me. I'm tired of you going over the budget and spending all of our money. Bills are due and we don't have the money to pay them. These are the real conversations couples have and the actual language they use. But there was a disconnect with the language of the organization used. A lot of businesses of all sizes, but especially small businesses, make that mistake, and it's a costly one. If people can't hear themselves in your marketing, if they don't think you really understand that what they want and need, they're not likely to buy from you. So you hear it, the pretty marketing, it's all cute if it's not saying, I'm tired of fussing and fighting, right? Thank you for the gifts. I greatly appreciate ya. It's no point, right? So we have to be very clear on the message and ensuring that we're touching on the pain points to ensure that our customers are hearing the message, because we're not coming to be the savior, but we're coming to be the guide so that they can be the hero in their own life. Okay, so these are the real conversations couples have. So how excuse me. So how do you know what language your customers are using? A great way is to survey your target market. So this is where you're showing up in the places where your audience is at, right? You're paying attention to what people are saying. You're showing up in the chat rooms where you know your audience is at, because now especially if you don't have customers, right? This is a perfect way to be able to sit in that room and just be like, okay, customer, they're asking questions, especially if you go into one of your competitors' lives when they have a Q&A. What that is like top tier research to be able to know, okay, boom, they have the same type of business I have, they have the same type of customers I have, so let me go in here and be like, what's up? You ain't even gotta say nothing. You just sit in the live and just watch it. Hey, Mr. Stumpy. So I mean, that's like the best advice ever. If you out here trying to figure it out and you like, what the fuck do my customers want? Go into their live and see what they want. Go into your competitors' live and see what they're talking about. See what the customers are asking, because I guarantee you they're asking questions. And you can even go. I was in one of Gary V's lives recently, and I was watching, and I was literally watching the questions that people were asking, and I'm like, okay. I think I was watching one, I was in somebody's live one time, and they were talking about doing the reading. And mind you, I've been doing readings on my Rich Girl Meditation page, but I had never done it on Mecca Joy Consulting. So it was like, oh, maybe I could bring the reading back and we could do it with us, and I just find that audience that likes to read, you know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm at now. I'm finding the audience that likes to read, because I wanted to get back into it, but I also wanted to bring it to you guys. So if you don't like sitting and reading yourself, I'll read the book for us and pull out the key stuff, and then we can go and do what we need to do, you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get back. So it says it requires a great way to survey the target market, right? So if you did this before you created your opt-in and your products, you're ahead of the game. It requires asking some open-ended questions to really understand the language of your customers. And you can do that kind of survey through email autoresponder. The one question survey: what's the biggest challenge you're facing with blank right now? Is great for gathering this kind of information. So that might be a test that you do today. You might put on your story and be like, what's the biggest challenge you're facing with X right now? So whatever service or whatever offer that you provide. So for me, I might put up, what's the biggest challenge you're facing with sales right now, right? Because I think that question also helps with like being able to say, okay, I need to get more consistent with my posting. I need to get, I need to make sure that I have a plan for my marketing, right? So it could just be as simple as saying, you know what, I need to post twice a day, and I'm going to have 5 static posts that I have already in my scheduler, and they're just going to be automatic. I think sometimes we overthink it. You know what I mean? We overthink it. All right, number 3, overcome objections. Almost every person who looks at your sales page or listens to your sales pitch will have objections running through their mind. Some of their resistance will come from their own experience in life, experience with other products, experience with other coaches, or preconceived notions about you and your product. It's up to you to answer those objections one by one to make the sales easier. Yesterday, it happened to me yesterday, and the guy and I won't say he kept giving me objections, but I could tell this client was going to be a difficult client. And so last night I said, should I work with him? And it's like one of those decisions that, I think is amazing being an entrepreneur, that you can make that decision. Do I want that money? Is it going to be worth the hassle? Because this person seems like they're going to get on my nerves. So I'm going to ask God about it, and I'm going to pray about it today. And then I'm going to send them my proposal, and I'm not lowering my prices. My price is my price. And we'll see what happens, because to be honest, my price is my happy place. So if they pay it, I'll be happy. Now, if they come over with some bullshit, then I'm going to just have to be my blunt self about it. Oh, thank you for the daily heart, Mina. So on one piece of paper, write down the top 3 or 4 objections that would stop someone from purchasing your product or service. What are the reasons you've heard most often? If you're just getting started or just have no idea what those objections are, you need to do some research. Call or email people who choose not to buy and ask them why. Put your product in front of some friends who fit your ideal client profile and ask them what concerns they would have about buying it. Look for the common objections that come up and over again. I remember recently I sent a proposal out to somebody, and they said the price. Now, the only reason why they said the price is because they were doing so many other things that they was just like, it's just not in the budget right now. So it wasn't that the price was too high for them. It just wasn't in the budget right now. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean I'm lowering it for them. No, I'm gonna wait for it to be in a budget, and we can a la carte some services until they can afford to do, all the stuff that they wanted to do, right? Number 4, focus on benefits instead of features. Highlight the transformation your ideal customers care about, not the nuts and bolts you think are important because you put so much work into them. Focus on selling benefits. An example of a feature is that your product is 78 minutes long in MP3 format. The length and format are 2 of your product's features. An example of a benefit is that your product will help relieve their stress and allow them to spend more time with family. Stress relief and more abundant time are 2 of your product's benefits. Thank you for liking the live, y'all. Make sure y'all share it out. Thank you for liking it and tapping the screen. I appreciate you. Make sure you like the live, y'all. And I appreciate everyone who sent their daily heart me. If you haven't, please do. I appreciate it. And that also just shows and counts for your engagement on this app as well. So appreciate y'all. Now, it says, when people come to your site or land on your sales page, they may be thinking about buying, but they're also thinking, what's in it for me? They're not focused on what one more sale can do for you and your business. The main concern is how this purchase will serve them and help them get what they really want. Hey Tanya, thank you for joining the live. Share the benefits and the transformation, because that's what's truly in it for them. That's what they can experience once they become a customer. That's what they want to buy. So I'll be honest, I think this just having this conversation today has definitely made me be like, you know what? I need to check up on my website, and I need to make sure that I'm speaking to the benefits, and I need to speak to that and make sure that I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I love the results that I give, and I want to make sure that people understand that. I want to take away the stress. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that you walk away, you be like, I got my website's up, my email marketing's up. I could just go out here and focus on going live and just sharing my business. Now, step 5, use social proof. Attach yourself to more prominent or prestigious brands to show you're a reliable expert. So remember we talked about me wanting to become a Forbes contributor and start writing articles for Forbes. Like, can you imagine? Oh, you'd be like, what? My coach is a Forbes magazine article writer. What? She writes article for Forbes. I could see that for myself. Like, I'll be so excited. Forbes contributor underneath my name. What? Yes. Oh my goodness. And then maybe in some other ones that I've loved over the time. So share what companies, organizations, and media outlets you've worked with in some capacity. If you've been interviewed or published by a media outlet, mention it in your marketing materials. If you consulted or worked with a company or organization your target customers would recognize and respect, let them know. So I need to be talking about me working last year with the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center. What? I did like 20 people's business stuff. I need to be talking about that. Like, what? You can also use testimonial from clients to show that someone just like your target customer used your product or service and enjoyed the benefits of an amazing transformation. Seeing someone just like me will encourage your prospects to make the next step toward purchasing your products or service. And this is what I say, right? I think that sending out a form to get a testimonial is great. But getting that testimonial before you get off the phone is even better, because I feel like sometimes I send the email and I don't know if they just, everybody says they enjoy, but it's like, why aren't you filling it out? So I think I need to send an email to be like, hey, if I didn't do good work, fill this out. And if I didn't do good work, let's book a call and let's fix it. And if I did, please complete this, because I need some more testimonials. You know what I'm saying? I might have to do that. But I need to get it before they leave, because once they on the phone and they're like, oh my God, Becca, this is great. That's when I need the testimonial. Right then. You're a genius. That's my favorite. That's my favorite one. You're a genius, Becca. Oh my God. Step 6, employ risk reversal. Provide money back guarantees to remove the risk and make it easy for people to say yes to the buy. Think about how a guarantee makes you feel. Often, it makes you feel secure enough to make a purchase you might otherwise put off or decide not to make. When you guarantee your product, you take the risk off the customer and take it on yourself. This makes the customer think you must really stand behind and believe in what you're offering. I think I do that. If a person's not happy with my service, I'm definitely giving them their money back. Like, definitely. Now, I'll say this. That has to be within 7 days of the service, because if I spend 6 months hounding you down every week for you to give me the shit that I need to get your project done, and you chose not to respond then hell no, you're not getting your money back. That was for my time and pain and suffering. Nope, I'm not doing it. All right. Share the boundaries of your guarantee and your terms and conditions. Some online course providers require participants to show their work to get their money back after a certain time period. So I think that's awesome too. Be like, you can't, like, when you buy a digital course, right? A lot of times they say no money back at all, right? But I think that if somebody said, hey, I want my money back, and you're like, okay, well, I just need to see proof that you even attempted to do the course, because you're trying to say that it didn't work, then yeah, I need to see what's going on, right? I need to see what's going on. All these steps are vitally important whenever you're selling. It doesn't matter if you're writing sales page copy, having a sales call, or selling face-to-face in a meeting. These are the elements that will entice your target customers to buy from you. TSB success story. My Black Friday Blueprint program gives business owners the tools to take full advantage of the biggest shopping day of the year. Remember, we just said, I think it was 100. It was like 100. My God, this year I just want to just double check, because that number was crazy that we spent, or I won't say we, because I didn't spend Black Friday. What was it? 2024 sales stats, because that the numbers was crazy, y'all. It was like 100. It was okay. So it says Black Friday 2024 global online sales reaching an impressive 74.1 billion. That number is wrong. Okay, it said 10.8 billion. Okay, but it was global. Okay, so that was just the United States, 10.8 billion that we spent. But it said we spent that from 10 a.m. to like 2 p.m. So if you don't think the government ain't paying attention to that shit, what? $10 billion? And then not only do they see that we spent $10 billion, right? They see what neighborhoods spent part of that $10 million. What? You didn't, when people wonder why they talking about shutting off food stamps and stuff like that, because motherfuckers was over there spending billions. Billions. Yeah, no. I want to know, are y'all doing the February 28th thing? I need to post that. So y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, but February 28th, we're not supposed to be buying nothing. Nothing. And if I say, if you need to get gas, you need medicine, you need food, go get it the day before. But on February 28th, we not buying nothing. I hope y'all know that. That is what we doing. All right. Let's get back to action. All right. So his blueprint, boom, 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 we got that. So when LaShonda Fitzgerald, creator and founder of the Ready for Spanish Kids Club, participated in the program, this is the My Black Friday Blueprint program, right? She knew it could help her make the transition from brick and mortar business to a fully internet-based enterprise. She used the sales page and email templates including in the program to create a Black Friday promotion, pre-selling her 2018 programs. The promo, and I think the wonderful thing about this, right, is that even though this book is a little dated, I believe that these are the same techniques that people are talking about today. Having a sales page, having a funnel, having lead magnets, all of the same stuff that they've been talking about. It's just a little dated, right? But this stuff still works. So she had a promotion for pre-selling her 2018 program. The promo turned out to be an incredible offer for her email subscribers. LaShonda created an urgency and scarcity with a limited time offer that brought in almost 600 sales and more than $15,000 over that one weekend. Can you just feel the excitement of what you would feel if you made $15,000 in a weekend? If you don't already do that, I'm just saying, right? If you don't, just imagine how you would feel. Like, wow. That's the part of the manifestation and the visualization. I just hope y'all know that we got to feel that excitement. Like, I know I'd be like looking at it, look. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. If you didn't feel it, I hope you feel it now, right? That revenue allowed her to achieve her goal of letting go of her physical space and the cost that came with it, increasing her profit margins. Sales pages, that's convert. And this is pretty much, and then we're almost done, all right? Yep, we're almost done. Sales pages that convert. I'm just going to go and tap it. So these are elements of a sales page that work. And just to make sure you're clear, that to make sure every sales page you create contains all the necessary elements to be effective, there's a checklist on the sales traffic, sales, and profit website. So if you want to go check that out, you're more than welcome to. But here are the elements of a sales page. You have your headline, description of the problem and pain, your product as the solution, transformation and benefits, who the product is for and how they can use it, qualifications, hey Malaysia, qualifications and social proof, features only after you cover benefits, risk removal, and strong call to action. So having a strong call to action is key. It says make sure your headline is attention grabbing and speaks to your perfect customer. Now remember, when you say your perfect customer, you might not have them right now, but this is still something. If you're just new in business, it could be something that you're manifesting. I remember the first time somebody told me to think about my perfect customer, right? And I imagined them, I visualized them, all the aspects, right? And then when I had them in my face, it was like, oh, this was perfect, right? So you definitely you want to know that, right? That's the person you described in your target customer profile. The person who wants what you're offering. You can even use some of his own language to write the headline. So he immediately sees himself in your sales copy. As soon as he lands on that page and reads the headline, he should be intrigued enough to keep scrolling, hey, and read more. Hook him with the headline. So we're hooking him with the headline. And remember, we do this because we need, for the individual who needs our product, we need to talk to them directly. Hey, yes, we there, baby. Thank you for showing up for me. I appreciate you. Next, describe the transformation and the benefits before you discuss the features of your product or service. You may need to eventually describe the features, but lead with the transformation and benefits. Because remember, we want to be the guide for them to be the hero, right? Because remember, we got to make people think that they're help, because at the end of the day, them buying the product is our product is helping them do what they need to do, right? So we just got to keep that in mind. People buy based on emotions and benefits, not features. Evoke an emotional response. So I feel like that's when when I've been making content lately, I was like, I want to see what I know is a good post is that I see people inside. Oh, thank you for the heart puffs. I see people commenting, saying we can have some dialogue in the comments. That's when I'm like, I got some good engagement, right? And then I learned yesterday from my coach, he said that's a perfect time to go and DM somebody, right? And I'm like, y'all, I don't like DMing people, right? So that's something I'm going to start taking into account. So I'm going to teach y'all about that technique once I start implementing it myself and just seeing how does it work. You know what I mean? How do we do this in a way that isn't salesy or it doesn't come across like predatory either, you know what I'm saying? But because at the end of the day, I just want to see people get the result that they want to get so that they can move on and be happy and do what they trying to do. That's it, right? So show who the product is for and how they can use it. You can do this with pictures or written copy. On the sales page for our relationship products, I'll specifically say if the product is for singles or for couples, for marriage ministries or for single ministries. That way, my perfect customer isn't sitting there wondering if this is for her. I've already told her that yes, it is for her. Then I'll describe how she can use the product. Let me give y'all a prime example of why you should do this, right? So I was meeting with a potential new client yesterday, right? And so he has a website, he has a company, he has sprinters, right? The sprinters are brand new sprinters. He was very proud about his brand new sprinters, right? They're not used or repurposed, they're brand new, 2024, right? So he also mentioned that he doesn't want smoking, right? And he kept, I don't want black people smoking. And I'm like, okay, well, other people smoke too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them smoking weed. Well, it just seems like black people want to smoke weed in my blah, 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 blah. I said, it's okay. So why not put no smoking on there when they book? And he's like, well, no, I don't want to put that. Okay, well, then you're going to keep getting people that you have to argue with about why they can't smoke in your vehicle because you didn't tell them from the gate. So you're not welcoming your perfect client. You just trying to take anybody and then, say all this extra stuff. So I think in this example, that's a perfect reason. If you don't want people who smoke in your vehicles, then put no smoking. Period. Peachtree, welcome back. Oh, thank you for liking the live. I'm sorry. All right. Now, here are some seductive selling quick action tips, right? And if you need to download the seductive selling cheat sheet, go over to trafficsalesandprofit.com/resources. So he got some good resources over, so check that out. Now, tip number 1, use video to sell. All right. It says a video sales letter or VSL contains everything you would find in a long form sales letter or sales page, right? The effectiveness of video sales letter varies by audience, offer, and seller. This is one of the things that you'll split test to see how it works for you. But start with writing a sales page. Once you've got all those elements in place, consider testing a VSL, a video sales letter, with the same content. Step 2, have one goal at each step in the process. Step 3, show social proof. Step 4, what? Lord, it said I did something. Oh my God, I said something about drugs, and I ain't say nothing about did I? I don't remember. I didn't sell nothing about selling. Oh, I did. God dang it. They make me sick with that. Oh, my camera just went off on YouTube. It says it needs to cool. Why would it need to cool? And it's been off all night. That's weird. Sorry, y'all. Something just happened. Yeah, I got 2 violations. Why do I always want to say that word? I keep forgetting that I get dinged for it. I swear I hate that. Oh, all right. And then show, don't tell. It says, hey, beautiful. Good morning. It says, by using testimonials, social proof, and images, you paint a picture for your audience. When I sell our films, I show pictures of people waiting in line to get into the building. I show pictures of 500 people inside the theater with people standing along the walls because it's standing room only. Those images speak volumes. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Keep a file of images from your events, your work with customers, and people who give you testimonials. Use them to make selling easier. All right, y'all. So I'm just letting y'all know, everybody who I be on the phone with, we taking pictures. So make sure you show up so I can take a picture, because I need to let people know I be on the phones. I be doing some work. All right, so next chapter, we've just finished chapter 5, and that was seductive selling of traffic sales and profit. I'm sorry, my camera's going off over here on YT. Wayne, it's acting weird, so maybe I should take out the charger, because that might be hot. All right, now, question: have you ever bought from the same brand multiple times, and what made you go back? Let's think about a brand that I like to buy from. So growing up, right, I buy Heinz ketchup. Now, mind you, growing up in Pittsburgh, Heinz ketchup is a ketchup that is made in Pittsburgh, right? So I think that having that brand or using that brand, and I think it's funny because also mayonnaise. Growing up, we used Miracle Whip, and then I don't know. One time I had a sandwich with Hellman's, and it was like, oh, so it's like, But a lot of times, what brought me back was just like what I want to say, like childhood, seeing my parents buy stuff, seeing my mom, my mom or my grandma buy stuff. Those are what brought me back for some of those products. But also I think that like, for example, let me see, is there like somebody that I've bought something offline? I think the main thing for me is if I buy something from someone multiple times, it is good quality. That's one thing that makes me go back. Customer service, how you're attentive to me during that selling process or customer journey is very important to me. Recently, I had a situation where I wasn't happy with the service that I was getting from somebody that I was paying for their service, and so we had a meeting. We talked about it. I expressed my concern and my unhappiness with it, and they satisfied me. You know what I mean? They jumped on a couple calls. They gave me a little free stuff to be like, here, Mac, let's make this right, because they recognized that they weren't giving me their all in their service, right? So I think sometimes it's just about being honest, because a lot of times I don't feel like people are honest when they're not happy. Like, for example, when you go to a restaurant and your food is cold and you just sit there and eat it. I'm not eating cold food. I came here for hot fucking food. So I'm sending it back, and please, can you bring me some hot fries? I'm sorry, the salmon is cold. People will always be like, Mecca, why would you send it back? If they gonna spit in my food because I didn't get my food cold, I don't never want to come back here. Like, I should probably never go out to eat if that's gonna happen every time that I send something back. So I just take it and swallow it, because at the end of the day, I'm never going to know if they did something to it, but I know my stuff was hot when it came back. So maybe I shouldn't, maybe I'm just never going to stop doing it. I'm going to talk if I'm not happy and express my feelings. All right, so we got 3 strategies to increase customer retention and boost repeat sales. Number 1, improve your customer experience and follow up. Are you following up with your customers? Go beyond the sale. Check in with customers after they purchase. I'll definitely say that sometimes that I'm good with it up until a point. So I definitely need to follow up. Offer exclusive VIP perks or bonuses for repeat customers. I definitely don't have those in the bag. Ask for feedback and make improvements based on customer needs. How many of us are doing that? But that's some great things to have in place. All right, drop customer love in the chat if you are committed to giving your customers a unforgettable experience. I know I am. I want everybody who comes in contact with me, and I even prayed about it this morning, that I just am able to pour into people. I'm able to help people get over the hump, answer the questions that they need, and even if I'm not able to do it for them, I'm able to put them into the right direction. So that is definitely important to me. Number 2, create an upsell or a subscription offer. Number 1, it says upsells. After someone buys, offer them a related product / service. So if you ever go into click into somebody's freebie, right, and you put in your email and you're like, oh, I want to sign up for this freebie, and then boom, you put your email in, and then another pop-up is like, oh, but hey, don't go nowhere, we have this. That's basically what they're talking about, is the upsells, right? So then you have your subscription model. Turn one-time buyers into monthly paying customers. So right now, I'm actually putting something into place. I was working with my coach last night that I want to have a program that helps entrepreneurs do what it is they need to do in their business. So it'll be a 12-week program, and we'll go through all these different steps inside the program. So I'm excited to do that. I'm actually going to be reaching out to some people to see if they'd be interested in beta testing the group. So if you're interested, please let me know. And then you have your loyalty rewards. Give discounts or bonuses for repeat purchases. Now, drop a subscribe if you're thinking about adding a membership, retainer, or subscription to your business. Drop a subscribe if you're thinking about adding a membership, retainer, or subscription to your business. Now, I'm not sure if that's something that you could offer, but I do think, depending on the business, definitely group memberships, I've seen those skyrocket. I've seen, you've seen people go from doing one-on-ones to doing the group, because that means you're able to help a little bit more at one time. But I also think that having a group session, it allows for people to the community to help each other too, and then you get to network with other women, and sometimes your ideal client, your perfect client, is inside that group too, so you never know. if you're joining those types of groups, or even in your group, right? So, well, I guess they are your ideal client if they're in your group, right? Sorry about that. All right, then build a community around your brand. So create a Facebook group, a Discord, or email community where customers get ongoing value. Engage them with behind the scenes content, early access deals, and special events. Turn customers into brand advocates by featuring them in testimonials and case studies. What? Drop a community if you're ready to create a loyal community, a loyal customer, a loyal community. I like community better than customer because, I don't know. I feel like that's part of the All right, so that's a wrap for today. We went over that and I'm excited. Comment your biggest takeaway. What's one thing you're implementing today? Actually, that is not. We need to go back up. We need to see our action plan for today. All right, today's challenge. Identify one way to improve your customer retention strategy. All right. Identify one way to improve your customer retention strategy. One way to improve your customer retention strategy. Set up a follow-up email, loyalty program, or upsell offer by the end of the week. I know several of us on there that are doing that right now, so that counts too, right? So drop a light bulb in the chat if you're taking action today. Please drop a light bulb in the chat if you're taking action today. All right, so we are identifying one way to improve our customer retention strategy. We're setting up a follow-up email, loyalty program, or upsell offer. All right, so that's a wrap for the Growth Hour. If you found today's session valuable, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Keep showing up for your growth. Turn on notifications so that you don't miss a live with your girl, and tag your biz bestie or your biz cousin who needs this knowledge. And remember, the key to long-term business success isn't just the customers, it's keeping them. So build relationships, serve your audience, and create a community that keeps coming back. So see you tomorrow, same time, same place, same energy. Hey, keep growing, keep glowing, and keep going. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.